So this entire week, exactly a week ago, Diogo Jota and Andre Silva both lost their lives in Zamora, Spain. Uh, Jota had a minor lung operation, and he was told not to fly. That's why, after his holidays in Portugal, he drove to Zamora, which is, I think, at the tip of the coast of Spain, and he was there to catch a ferry, and go back to Liverpool, England, to join the team for their pre-season. I recorded 2 or maybe 3 videos before this, but I don't know. I just felt like they were cringe, or I don't know. Maybe the emotions were a bit raw, too raw, and the videos, I think, were nonsensical, and so I didn't feel like posting them, uploading them on social media. I don't know why. Don't really feel like watching too much football news on the transfer window. It just doesn't have that feel anymore. The happiness, the ecstasy of signing words, Florian Wirtz, and both our fullbacks, Jeremy Frimpong and Kerikes. All that happiness, all that ecstasy has just gone. I'm sure we will experience some joy during the season, but this still hasn't sunk in, and it probably won't for a long time. It will hit hard when during the opening Premier League game of the season, the 1-minute silences, and Jota's memory. The first time Liverpool fans sing his song in the 20th minute of every Premier League, Champions League game of the season, his first birthday, we're gonna have a lot of firsts, and it's gonna sting. It's gonna hurt a lot. But I just wanted to make this video so that my tribute was on record, and just remember him, just say something about him, just express something about how Diogo Jota meant to me. Pakistani Liverpool fan, I never saw him play in person, but I did celebrate a lot, here in my TV room. He did make me shout the top of my lungs when he kicked off the Arne Slot array, the Arne Slot era, by scoring the first goal. He did make me celebrate and fist bump in the air when he scored that hat trick against Atalanta in the COVID season, right? Right after we won the Premier League, and this guy, he made some incredible records and at Liverpool, and he's got the fastest Premier League substitute goal. I think he tied the record books for the quickest goal by a Liverpool substitute in the Premier League. Scoring after just 21 seconds after being on the pitch against Nottingham Forest. This year in January. I think from a corner from Shimikas, right? And I remember his hat trick against Atlanta. I mentioned that, but he also registered a hat trick of assists in 2022, in the Champions League season, which was pretty impressive as well. And but what a finisher he was! What a fox in the box, right? His dinks, his cute little dinks over the goalkeepers, his left foot finishes, his headers for somebody his own size. For somebody his size, he was a lethal finisher. I think he scored some 11 goals, 11 headed goals since he arrived, and he's in some elite category. But he was the first. I'm just reading all of these amazing records he broke or scored. He was the first Liverpool player to score in first 4 home Premier League matches. Amazing. He scored our 10,000th goal in the Champions League against FC Midtjylland, I think, in 2020. And so that was special. But he also was a crazy and avid gamer. That's not a secret anymore because of his celebration, right? I think he ranked number 1 in FIFA 21's Champions leaderboards. I think in the month of Jan, I can't remember. But he had his own esports team. I can't remember their name, Luna, something. But he was a crazy gamer. He will forever be our number 20. He signed in 2020. He wore the number 20 in, and he played a very crucial, integral part in bringing home our Liverpool's number 20 last season. And it's so fitting that his last goal for us was against Everton in the derby, and that was a winner. And what a goal that was, right? Every person who plays football, who doesn't even play football, dreams of scoring a goal like that. Just beating 2, 3, maybe 4 players and slotting home that winner. You could always rely on him to score. At those times. He was a statistically praised Liverpool finisher. He was lethal. He was, I think, the most efficient. He's got an amazing goal conversion rate, I think, of 19.3, which is incredible. But he is forever etched in Liverpool's folklore. He will forever be a number 20. He will forever be our number 20. Nobody can take that number off of him now. It's his jersey, Diogo Jota will forever be our lad from Portugal. Better than Figo, don't you know? And he'll forever be a Premier League champion. Nobody can take that off of him. His banners will fly high and big on the cop forever, I think, as long as football is celebrated in the world, played in the world. I think even in 50, 60 years. He will forever be our number 20. He'll forever be a champion, and his entire life's history tells us that whatever he had to work incredibly hard for himself, right? That he never took anything for granted. That's just incredible. And he was also and I think we should remember him by his full name, or at least I'm going to say it on record. Diogo Jose Teixeira da Silva. And so why would he change his name to Diogo Jota, right? And the reason for this basically shows you what a proud man he was from a very young age. He was in the youth academy in Portugal, and he changed his name from Silva to Jota. So he could distinguish himself from the other players, other kids at the youth academy, who were named Diogo or Silva, because Diego and Diogo, even Jota, Silva, these are pretty common names in Portugal. So he wanted to distinguish himself from the other players, and so he just changed his name to Jota. Incredible. It's unthinkable. It's unthinkable that he was lifting the Premier League just 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, and 6 weeks ago, and 5 weeks ago he was lifting the Nations League with Portugal, and just 3 weeks ago he had gotten married to his childhood sweetheart, Ruth. It just shows you how life is so fragile. It's like a candle in the wind. So just, I don't know, whatever. But I just wanted to bring this on record and just pay a tribute to him. What he meant to me, just a lad from Pakistan supporting Liverpool. He meant a lot, and then some. His death left many of our fans in Pakistan very sad. Not just Liverpool fans, but United fans, Arsenal, Chelsea fans. Uh, I couldn't function for the next 2 days. I got the news around 12:20, 12:30 in the afternoon, and I couldn't work. I got a random text from an ex-colleague, a dear friend, and a United fan, just simply saying, "Dude, Jota is dead." What? And then the WhatsApp groups and the entire WhatsApp just blew up. The Twitter timeline blew up. And initially you think this is just fake news, weird or sad, sadistic joke, or this is just okay, maybe the accident happened, it took place, but maybe this is just false reporting, misleading reporting, or false information. You know how people jump to be the first to report something, and but pretty soon it became very clear. I mean, leading journalists started confirming this, and when Liverpool tweeted, confirmed, it just hit hard. So yeah, it's really sad, and Liverpool Football Club would never be the same. Will never be the same. Sure, time does heal a lot of things, but there will always be a Jota-shaped hole in our hearts at Liverpool, and now in our squad, right? And we can never move on from this, but we'll have to move forward together, with Jota's family and friends. Just think of what the team must be going through. People like Kanate, Robertson, Curtis Jones. These guys were pretty tight together, right? Sharing the dressing room with him for so many years, or 5 years, and he was the joker in the team, in the squad, right? And they're gonna miss him. They just came back to the pre-season training, and just imagine what they must be going through. Just a horrible, horrible feeling. And many of them must have seen him last on his wedding day, and nobody would have imagined that the next time they'd be seeing him would never actually be seeing them. They'll just be attending his funeral. So I can't even imagine what mental trauma or struggle the team must be going through. How will they play their first game? The first friendly without Jota, the first Premier League game without Jota, the first FA Cup game without Jota, the first Champions League game without Jota, the first League Cup game without Jota, the first celebration without Jota, the first goal without Jota. So many firsts without Diogo Jota by their side. It's going to be hard for the team, for the fans, for you, for me. But that's what life is, and we can only hope that Jota is in a better place now. You know, but then again, his family. You gotta feel for his family. But you gotta give Liverpool Football Club the you gotta give them kudos. You gotta like applaud them for how they handled this entire situation after his death. Liverpool have announced to give the next 2 years worth of the contract Jota was on, still had 2 more years, and so his family will receive all that money from his contract and for the next 2 years, and that's classy. But not only that, Liverpool Football Club has also announced to create an education fund for Jota's 3 kids. And that's just incredible, man. That is incredible. That truly embodies what you never walk alone means, right? Once you're one of us, you're one of us. And we're always quick to judge the owners or the club or the people running the club whenever they mess up or fuck up, right? We are always there to jump on them and to criticize them, but in this instance, you have to give them their due share. You have to acknowledge this amazing act of class, right? So I don't know what else to say. Slowly, we will I'll start to create more content about the season, about the transfers, the squad, when I feel like it, when I feel like I'm starting to heal from this tragedy, and try to pay tribute to Jota for the rest of this channel's life. However I can, I don't know, haven't figured that out yet, but maybe have a mural of him, or I don't know, a mural of him, on the screen here somewhere. I don't know, but yeah. All right, bye.